Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Junction. Doing another news article. I'm Mark, my co-host Brandon.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Want to look at another news article today. It seems like a pretty cool one. So,
Yeah, so we're going over an article from GameSpot. Check out this new GameCube style Nintendo Switch controller. It's made by Nyx Nyxi. If I'm not pronouncing that wrong.
let's see.
Nyxi, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So I guess they got a new Switch Joy-Con in the style of the GameCube controller, pretty much.
Yep, in the style of the Wavebird. So it's we haven't had a controller in that style in a while. So, kind of cool to see you get a little bit more of a form factor with the Wavebird. Uh, Typically, grips better in your hand and kind of all around praise. So, pretty cool to see.
Yeah, so we go over, check out this article, and give you our thoughts on it. Ready. So check out this new GameCube style Nintendo Switch controller. The new controller can be used in both the handheld and docked mode on Switch. By default, it already seems better than the Joy-Cons that we already got.
For sure, no doubt about that.
All right. So, ever looked at your Switch Joy-Con controllers and wish that they had more of a GameCube vibe to it? Well, then strap in for some good news as Nyx has revealed its Wizard Wireless Joypad controller, which is currently available for the price of $69. It's available, but I did notice their pre-orders are already sold out, so it's definitely people are hyped for this for sure.
Yeah, yeah, bummer, but I'm sure they'll have more stock coming soon. So,
Soon enough, just have to keep an eye out for it.
yeah.
It seems like the manufacturer is having storefront issues at the moment, so you may have to circle back if interested in buying the controller. Kind of get the default. It pretty much looks like a GameCube controller designed to be used on the Switch. I'm curious how it would actually feel, not like together like a normal Wavebird, more spread out. But I don't think it'd be too terribly bad.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that they got it that it separates. It's not just a controller together. Having the Wavebird aesthetic over just like the regular GameCube controller is really cool because just in general, the Wavebird aesthetic of the GameCube controller is generally, it's praised as one of the best controller designs of all time.
Yeah,
The GameCube controller itself is great, but the Wavebird just has a little bit of a better feel in the hands. Like I, just about anybody else say that, and that where it curves down there, that's usually where the wireless part of the Waybird is over like just the short sides of the GameCube controller. It tends to just feel better in your hands. It gives a little bit more weight in your hands, and it's a good controller. Everybody loves it. So.
oh yeah, definitely. So we go on here. Taking plenty of inspiration from the classic GameCube controller, the Wizard was co-designed with K Silver and has several features aimed at making its peripheral more durable and regular Joy-Con. Oh, more durable than a regular Joy-Con. I promise I can read. I can tell looking through some of the pictures, it definitely looked like it had had a good. It looked like it was not made by like cheap plastic. Essentially, it looked high quality
Yeah,
to some degree.
for sure.
It uses Hall effect joysticks, which Nyxi says this design will eliminate any drift problems, an issue that official Switch Joy-Cons have long suffered from. Because the components never physically touch, the sensors do not wear out like analog joysticks do, and in theory, these joysticks should never develop drift in their lifetime.
Yeah, I can also contribute to using Hall effect sensors and modded GameCube controllers, and I have never heard a negative thing said about them. So
Yeah, it's
super
good.
excited about
Seems to
that.
be higher quality already than what we already got.
Yeah, even Hall effect sensors are even better than what the regular GameCube controller has. Like as far as the way it's built, they'll wear out over time. This essentially never has parts touching, so in theory, it should never wear out in that way.
Yeah. The ZR and ZL buttons are also designed to be quieter, lighter, and have less resistance and have shorter trigger distances. While actions can be remapped to the two back buttons, the joystick rings themselves are removable, which in practice means that you can swap out round joystick rings that favor racing games for an octagonal design that can give you an edge in fighting games. The
Cool.
ABXY buttons have a light up function and there's an adjustable turbo function as well. So
That's really cool. So these are going to be pretty practical for fighting games too.
yeah, but especially with the ability
That's
to swap out stuff.
that's incredibly cool. I had no idea these had a turbo option either. So
Yeah, it's
so
good to know.
shmups and fighting games is going to be perfect for that.
Spec-wise, the Wizard weighs 248 grams. That's an odd way
That's
to
good.
tell us how much it weighs. I'm an
It is.
American. I don't know what that means.
That's pretty good though.
I need to know how many apples it weighs or something like that. It has a battery life of up to 6.5 hours from a full charge and has a receiving distance of up to 10 meters. Like regular Joy-Con, you'll be able to detach the two halves of the controller from its supporting base and slot them into your Switch for handheld play.
I like that that was taken into play with it. I've openly said I'm not a big fan of the re-released GameCube style controllers from Nintendo. They're not technically Nintendo; they're Hori that are releasing those, but they don't feel the same as a GameCube controller. So,
No, yeah, it
and
makes sense.
they've all been wired as well, which is pretty hard for gaming in 2022, especially with a Switch as light as that dock is and pulling it with multiplayer. It's not ideal. So,
It'd be nice to have an actual wireless option.
yeah.
But I
I'm
mean,
digging
it seems like it'd be nice. Now the hope is to get more GameCube games on the Switch to make it more. It seems more worth your while because I feel like more modern games just aren't designed with the GameCube controller style in mind. So it might have more modern games might have an issue potentially. But that's just like
Maybe.
an opinion on my side.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know people that use GameCube controllers in modern games, like on the Switch, that use with either a modded setup. They'll have like a modded controller or the adapter for GameCube controllers for the Switch, and use them for like FPS games. So I generally don't think it would be an issue. I think it would work actually pretty well, and it has the same layout as a Joy-Con. It's just moved around differently. So
Yeah.
I think it should work the same. Really, you should, in theory, be able to use that for just about anything. But
Yeah, this definitely
getting
looks. What are you saying?
getting some GameCube games on the Switch would be cool, but I think they probably need to focus on getting some other like N64 and move it to the Game Boy before we hit like GameCube. So I don't know. I obviously it'd be cool to get like even just some ports of other GameCube games, but I think this could work well just about anything, and I see us being a hit with Smash Bros. Ultimate for sure.
Yeah, probably. Definitely would be something I would definitely buy if we ever get the Metroid Prime games re-released. Because it's designed with this controller in mind, so I think it would just work perfectly. But I guess the only time will tell on that.
Yeah, I think they can make enough money just from the Smash Bros. Ultimate community for this. Like
Probably.
the fighting community for that is massive, like beyond what we even understand. There's like three like groups of professional players just here in Central Ohio, around the Columbus area that typically meet together like once a week, and it's well over 100 people, plus the entire world. Like Ultimate has a huge following, so I feel like it's probably designed with that in mind, but I think it would work for anything.
Yeah, it definitely would help for sure to help sell. Because I mean, if you had a community that likes these style of the GameCube style control, you've got
Yeah,
a market there that's for sure gonna buy it. Plus, everybody else
yeah,
that just sees it might just want it.
yeah. The GameCube controller at the end of the day is it's one of the best controllers out there. So
Yeah, I would agree.
yeah,
Not
for
biased
sure.
at all, just because I grew up with the GameCube.
Not biased at all. I mean, it's up there with people say the GameCube controller, people say the 360 controller, which I also think is great. So it's for sure up there in one of the top controllers of all time.
Oh, definitely. But hey, if you have any opinions, you agree, you disagree, let us know down in the comments below. Leave this video a like, give us a sub, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.